Okay, we will start. Good morning to all. Uh, Today, welcome to Engineering Drawing online course. Today we are going to solve one important problem in perspective view. So the problem is a cylinder of diameter 40 mm and height 40 mm rests on ground plane on one of its ends with its axis 35 mm behind PP. The station point is 45 mm to the right of the axis, 65 mm above ground plane and 40 mm in front of PP. Draw the perspective view of the cylinder. So this is the problem. Here the object is cylinder whose diameter is 40 and the height is 40. It is resting on one of its face end on PP and in GP whose axis is 35 mm behind PP. So this is our cylinder. We are going to place the cylinder whose center point is 35 mm behind the picture plane. The station point is, that means our eye point is 45 mm to the right of the axis and 65 mm above GP and 40 mm in front of it. So all the parameters are provided here. How we are going to draw this particular cylinder in perspective? That is our important thing. So for cylinder, after drawing you need to divide into 8 or 12 or 4. Here I will take only 4 divisions for construction for this particular thing. Here we are going to use the visual ray method. What method used here? Visual ray method. Visual ray method. And the important note is I am going to use the top view and side view, because cylinder it can be clearly we can mark all the positions. That's why we are using the visual ray method and we are going to use top view and side view. So first step, we need to draw one PP line. First we draw one PP line. That is the reference line, right? PP is the reference line. Then I need to draw one GL line, the ground line, whose distance should be more than this 65 plus 40. So 105 plus add plus 20 millimeter. So 125. After 125 millimeter, you need to draw one line. That line I called as ground line. It is actually the ground plane. It is nothing but the ground plane. I will call this what? GL, whose distance is approximately more than this 65 plus 40 plus 20 millimeter, right? Okay. Now I like to draw another line, that is 65 mm above GP, which represents the horizontal line. From ground line I will draw another line for above 65 millimeter. It represents my HL line. This is going to be the HL. This is going to be my HL line. So I will draw here. HL is horizontal line. So first draw 3 lines. 3 parallel lines. One is PP line and another one is GL line. The distance between PP and the GL is approximately more than 65 plus 40 summation. 105 plus 20, 125. And HL line, third line is above GL, because it is given 65 mm above GP. That is the station point, eye point, viewer point. It is 65 mm above GL. Next step, I want to draw the top view for the cylinder. This cylinder top view will be circle. I will draw the top view of the cylinder in above PP, because it is the third angle projection method I am going to use. I am going to use here the third angle projection method. That's why I am going to draw the circle as the front view. We want to draw the circle as the top view in third angle projections. So I draw, right? I draw the circle. I need to divide the circle, right, into already you know that you can familiar about in projection of solids and section of solids also how we can draw this circle by you can take the radius for 20 millimeter, then you need to draw this circle. Now I am going to divide this circle into how many parts? 4 parts. So for first I draw one vertical line and I draw one horizontal line. This is the way I can divide this into 4 parts. I will give the name for this. This is my point A, B, C, and this point I call as D. A, B, C. I divided into 4 parts. Right? I completed my top view. Now I am going to draw the side view. How we are going to draw the side view? For which you will draw another PP line. Another PP line. That means this is my next PP line. Right? This is I call as PP side. I call as what? PP side view. So for which I need to draw one parallel line from all these cutting points. All these marking points here. First line, second line and third line. These points. Now extend this PP line. Right? Now draw one 45 degree from this intersect. These points. One 45 degree line from all these points. In order to get our side view. So from this particular point, I need to draw vertical line. And it up to this GL line you need to draw. Up to GL, right? Up to this GL line you need to draw this vertical line. You need to draw. This is corresponding to this the GL line, right? I need to draw the vertical 3 vertical lines which represents here. Here this is for the extreme generator. Now in this line we have the height of this prism is 40 mm cylinder. So from the bottom I will mark one 40 millimeter height, right? One 40 millimeter height, and I will mark like this. So this is my side view. This is my side view of the cylinder. Side view of the cylinder. I marked the side view whose height is going to be. The height of this cylinder is going to be 40 millimeter. If this diameter also, the diameter of this cylinder is also how much? 40 millimeter. Dia 40. So I drawn the top view, then I drawn the corresponding side view. We are going to draw the side view. Now I am going to mark these points because these are my meeting points. I want to give the name because the D point come here. So I have the 2 edges here. I will mark as D2 and D1. D1 is going to be the front points, T2 is rear point. Similarly, in the center I have A and C. So here I have A2 and C2, right? And as well as here I have A1 and C1. A1 and C1. Similarly, from the point B I have here B2 as well as in the bottom I have B1. So I drawn the corresponding side view for this cylinder and given the top corner 4 points and the bottom base corners 4 points. That's I completed my side view. Now we want to locate the station point. The station point is clearly given 45 mm to the right of the axis. So this is the axis line. Already we know that this is the axis line. Right side of the axis you mark here 45 millimeter. That is the CP line. So I will approximately draw this line. This is my CP line. So CP line is located. This is 45 mm. Why it is given? The station point is 45 mm to the right of the axis. From the axis I draw one CP line for 45 mm. Now the station point is 40 mm in front of PP. This data is to be used. From PP line, this line, I want to mark this 40 millimeter. So you will get like this. This is my point, I call this E. E is nothing but station point. This is my point, I call this E. Station point in top view. I need to join this station point E with all four corners. First point with A, I need to join here with first B point. B point is to be joined. Because we want to get this ray, this is we call as visual ray. Here we need to mark this raised points. This is I call as what? Piercing point. Similarly, we need to draw here with this A point. From A also we need to join these points. Right? Then from D also. I only divided 4 points because we want to get clarity. If you are interested, you can divide into 8 parts also. No issues, right? This is point A, piercing point A, piercing point B. This is piercing point D, and this is going to be piercing point C. I marked 4 piercing points. How we connect this top view with this station point E. Similarly, I want to mark the station point, another station point in HL line, right? That is also 40 millimeter in front of this PP line. So I want to mark here, for example. Right? This is going to be my E dash. This is going to be my E dash point. Now I need to join this E dash point with top corners of the cylinder first point. So I will here mark it as this is ABCD. Similarly, I want to mark here. This is the point, meeting point B, and the center point I need to join as A, C, then the last point. I need to join all these points through some visual rays. This point, this meeting point in PP side line is I call this D. So I got 4 points for the top. Similarly, I need to join with bottom corners of the cylinder with E dash. E dash is the station point, observer point in front view. I need to connect here, right? I need to join this point. I call this B again. Now then I need to join with this middle point, right? This point, right? I call this what? A and C. And I need to join this point with this D, right? Right? This point D. This is my point D. So I mark top corner points and as well as the bottom corner points are in this PPI. So this is a piercing point, top view piercing point. This is side view piercing points. I draw vertical and horizontal lines. You will get the perspective view. For example, from this point A, I need to draw one vertical line. I need to draw one vertical line. Similarly, where we have A here, this point I need to mark. Draw here horizontal line. It meets somewhere, right? Similarly, C is this point is I call this what? A2. That is the top point for the prism. Similarly, from A1 I need to draw one horizontal line. This is going to be my A1 point. So the vertical edge of the A point, A1, A2 I mark. Then from B, I want to draw vertical line from B, right? I need to draw vertical line from B, right? Now draw from B2, I draw one horizontal line. From B2, I draw one horizontal line. Similarly from B, I need to draw another horizontal line. I will mark these points as this point as capital B2 and this point I will mark it as capital B1. Then coming into this point D, I want to draw the vertical line, right, this line, and I will extend from this D2 line, the top corner points of this cylinder I need to draw. Here you will get this point. This is I called as what? D2. This point I called as what? D2. Similarly, I draw the horizontal line from D1 in the same vertical line. So in every vertical line I got 2 points. This is my D1 point. Right? Finally, we need to draw vertical line from this point C. Right? You need to draw vertical line from this point C. Right? Now we need to extend this C line. This is A to C line. You need it to extend. I got this point. This is C2. Similarly, I extend this A1 point because C is on same point. I need to draw extend here. I will get this point as C1. So bottom I got 4 points. Similarly, top I got 4 points. Here because it is a cylinder, so we need to connect these points by curve. We need to join these points by smooth curve. So I will join like this. I need to join like this. I need to join like this by one smooth curve. You will get this is my top surface of the cylinder in perspective. Top surface of the cylinder in perspective. Bottom surface I have A, B, C, D. Only this A, B, C we need to draw because these portions are fully visible. And this A, B is we need to draw a starter line. This line will be drawn as starter. So for which what I will do? I will draw a starter line because it is in the rear side, invisible. So I drawn this. This is the bottom. We got top one ellipse, bottom one ellipse. We need to join A1 and A2, C1 and C2. This is the extreme generator of this particular cylinder. That's I completed this. This view is I called as what? Perspective view. I called as what? This is my perspective view. So how we draw this perspective view? By using visual ray method is discussed so far. So I will quickly go through the things. So first step you draw PP line, then you draw GL line, then HL. Depends upon the given dimensions. Then you start with the top view of the cylinder, taking 20 mm as radius, draw this circle. Here this distance is the center point O is given, that is 35 mm behind PP. So I will mark this point, then you draw and divide this circle into 4. If you want, you can divide into 8 or 12. Right? I consider I divided only 4 points. Now I want to draw the side view, for which you need another PP side line, another reference line. Now you draw these projections, it cuts here, and this line is 45 degree. These cutting points you draw downwards 45 degree. Then you draw the vertical lines. Now from GL line take 40 millimeter for marking the side view of the cylinder. This cylinder, this is the top view. This is my side view. Right? Here in perspective only I am going to draw. For which we need to locate station point in top view E, which is right side 45 millimeter. You need to mark. And this distance is 40. Again, this is 40 millimeter in front of it, 45 mm right of the axis. I marked this station point E. Now join this station point with all the corner points of the cylinder. We got the piercing points here in PP line. Similarly, I mark this E dash point. This point is also again 40 millimeter from this PP line. Now this station point is 65 mm above. This distance is 65 mm. This distance is 65 mm and the right side is 40 millimeter. We mark this E dash, connect this E dash with the top points and the meeting points, facing points marked here. Similarly, bottom corner points are joined with this E dash. We mark this corner joining points, right? Now, we want to get these perspective points for which first draw the vertical line and corresponding horizontal lines. For example, take A, draw vertical line. You draw horizontal line from A2 and horizontal line from A1. Both points is marked in single vertical line A1, A2. Similarly, draw the vertical line from B, draw horizontal line B2 and B1, these 2 points. So, single line we get here. Top 4 points we got, bottom 4 points we got. So, here the top corner points we need to join as thick line. Bottom corner points, this portion is not invisible. So, only this inside thing I need to draw as dotted line. This then you need to draw the tangent line connecting here. You get the extent generator of the cylinder. Okay, thanks for watching this video. Thank you.